Inaugural lectures remain a cornerstone of academic tradition, celebrating intellectual achievement and offering a platform for impactful ideas. On Wednesday, May 21, 2025, the University of Lagos hosts its 13th inaugural lecture of the 2024-2025 academic session in honor of Professor Tajudeen Yusuf.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to invite Professor Tajudeen Yusuf to present his inaugural lecture.
A leading expert in actuarial science and insurance, Professor Yusuf presents a lecture titled Risk, Ethics, and the Road Less Taken, Navigating the Journey from Insurance to Takaful.
Adiola Suleiman, ably represented by Professor Ahmad Idala, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the...
He explains how Takaful, a cooperative Islamic insurance model, can address Nigerians' insurance gaps through ethical and inclusive finance.
Features of Takaful is claims and surplus distribution. Conventionally, claims paid from insurance funds, surplus goes to shareholders. But in Takaful, claims paid from the Takaful pool, surplus is shared with participants or reinvested. Now, let's look at Takaful. How does it work in real life? Take for instance, a general Takaful, we want to insure your motor. Take for instance, motor Takaful policy for a logistic company. A company insures 20 delivery vehicles under general Takaful. They contribute 5 million for the year. Only 1 million is used to settle minor accident claims. The Takaful fund earns halal investment returns and then is 1.5 million surplus. What is the outcome of this? This results in a win-win solution, a win-win outcome, whereby the surplus after reserves is partly shared with participants. The logistics company may receive 200,000 in surplus distribution.
The event attracts dignitaries from all walks of life. Seated in the JF Ade Ajayi Auditorium, university officials, colleagues, and family members all applauded Professor Tajudeen's presentation.
Our inaugural lecturer did not shy away from addressing the systemic issues associated with Nigeria's insurance ecosystem by pointing out chronic issues such as low public trust, regulatory inefficiencies, disaster unpreparedness, and poor enforcement of compulsory insurance laws.
In our remarks, the UNILAG Vice-Chancellor, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, praised Professor Yusuf's academic journey and national relevance.
I believe that with this inaugural lecture, he has been able to prove to us that we can. Professor Tajudeen Yusuf, congratulations on giving a very informative inaugural lecture with immense contribution to our understanding. Congratulations to you and your faculty.
Professor Yusuf drew attention to a troubling statistic of over 80% of the federal government assets not insured, a massive liability that exposes Nigeria to critical losses.
About 80% of Nigeria's government assets remain uninsured. Out of roughly 900 NDAs and 400 corporations, only about 25 comply with the National Insurance Act 2003. This exposes assets to losses worth trillions of naira annually.
He referenced high-profile incidents such as the 2008 Bauchi oil spill and the Zamfara school fire as cautionary tales, calling for stronger risk management policies and adoption of ethical alternatives like Takaful.
It's a cooperative system where members contribute to a common fund to support one another in case of loss. The concept aligns with Islamic principles, rejecting uncertainty, gara, interest, riba, and gambling mindset, and instead promoting mutual assistance. The principles of Takaful include risk-sharing mechanisms, mutual cooperation and shared responsibility, no interest, no uncertainty, no gambling, and there must be Sharia governance.
He further emphasized Takaful's role in fostering financial inclusion by offering insurance aligned with Islamic values, built on equity, transparency, and shared responsibility. Reflecting on a broader impact, he recalled his efforts leading 3,000 pilgrims in 2017 as chairman of the Lagos State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board and raising 5 million naira through the Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation to support UNILAG students in need.
Dr. Ashim Shogoro, University of Lagos, Dr. Lukman Adidola, Dr. Gosin Mesike, Satashi Pautoyin, Akim Agbola, Aisha Osman, all well and supported. These are wonderful colleagues. I acknowledge the deep appreciation, the invaluable contributions of my mentors and senior colleagues, and my mother, who is present here today.
He offered heartfelt thanks to his family, mentors, and colleagues for their unwavering support throughout his academic and personal journey. Vice-Chancellor Ogunshola celebrated his transformation from initial disinterest in insurance to becoming UNILAG's first professor of insurance, noting his pioneering role in championing ethical finance and policy reform. The 13th inaugural lecture of the University of Lagos was more than a ceremonial milestone. It is a resounding tribute to a scholar whose life work blends academia, policy, faith, and community service.
More Nigerians will take up insurance and they take up Takaful, because with Takaful, it has presented a win-win outcome. So I believe with Takaful, the sky is the limit.
Overall lecture giving was very fantastic. It also shows the scholarship in him, balancing between the conventional insurance, risk management, and then Sharia compliance. It is very awesome. It is also very inspiring, to say the least.
So Tajudeen Yusuf is a trailblazer. He has delved into an area unknown to majority of us. He delved into an area that was virgin, and he came out very, very victorious.
Professor Tajudeen Yusuf is a great scholar. You can see that the speech the inaugural lecture was authoritatively composed and magisterially delivered. And as a great scholar in the field of Islamic finance, so I think that the path that is less taken has been well established, and that is the Takaful. So, and it is consistent with the objectives of the Sharia, which is also the protection and maximization of wealth. So I believe as many Nigerians get to understand the benefit of Takaful, more people will take advantage of it. And that the conventional insurance shouldn't just be about profit, but about the goodness of all.
The Professor Tajudeen Yusuf, I cannot snatch him from his parents. But it's like medicine. We are heart to heart. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, from the inception, he has displayed a magnetic kind of grabbing of knowledge. Not only that, dissect it and turn it to something very useful. Above all that, he does not fear anything except Allah. And while he's in with the truth, he's like a lion. He's a very gentleman, very calm. But when with the truth, you see in him a lion. Very strong, very hardworking, very articulate. We thank Allah for him. Today to me is a day of beginning of new things to happen in his life. He's very energetic. He's spiritual, he's very white. He's a man of great hope and good ambition without rushing, slow and steady. Target designer, and when you move towards it, you get it. I hope that Nigeria as a nation will benefit from immense good quality of this man.
Inú mi dùn, ayọ̀ mi dùn, inú mi dùn, ọmọ mi, ohun tó ṣe lónìí pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run èmi fàìsàn lò ìdùnnú ẹ̀ka ayọ̀ ló máa fi lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo ọmọ ẹ̀ ló máa bèèrè wọn.
Inú mi dùn, omi bọ́ lójú mi pàápàá, ẹ̀fọ́ ayọ̀ ó bọ́ lójú mi torí pé wọ́n jẹ́ ẹnìkan tó jẹ́ wípé nǹkan ṣe rè ó jọ wá lójú gígùn àtàlàáfíà wọ́n fi lè tó kù torí èèyàn ni wọ́n ṣe wà yẹn wọ́n dá ń lé wọ́n dá ń tà.
Professor Yusuf's vision for ethical finance through Takaful continues to shine a light on a more inclusive and resilient financial future for Nigeria.